Hi folks, back in the kitchen again today, and just out in the garden actually a little earlier, and realised we've got an awful lot of chilies. They've had a bumper crop this year, so we thought we'd better do something with them. Now, here we are in the south of Texas, and a lot of people like hot sauce. You can put it on a lot of things, so we're going to try and make some. Now, it will be my version of it, and I think there are many different versions out there. Simple ingredients, just going to use a bunch of chilies that we've got already. We're going to use a little bit of white wine and some salt. Going to basically put them all together, boil them down, blitz them, sieve them, and put them into these nice little bottles. These are very easily got, if you can't get them in the shop, you can get them online. So without further ado, we'll get and start and see how we get on. Okay, so we're chopping up the chilies that we've got here. You'll see I've probably already chopped a lot of, escaping, a lot of the larger chilies. And as I say, you don't need to chop them too wild. We're going to blitz them in a while. And so it doesn't really matter that we have them perfectly fine. So I've got about a pound of chilies. Just chop these up now. About a pound of chilies in total. Obviously, there's more of the jalapeno type. They weigh more to start with. But in any case, you've got to watch you don't go over the top with some of these chilies. They really are quite sharp. Whew, I'm getting a bit of a kick from them just doing this here. So we've got quite a lot of those chilies. We're going to pop those in. Always remember to wash your hands when you finish doing this, because you don't want to be touching any parts of your body with these hands. Got to watch yourself, otherwise you'll end up in a bit of pain. Okay, so to this we're going to add 2 cups of simple white wine. Doesn't really have to be that great a quality. A lot of recipes say about 1 cup, but I'm very happy to put 2. I prefer mine with a little bit of a vinegary taste to it. And just probably about a teaspoon or so of salt, all to taste. We're going to blitz them up. When we finish blitzing them up, we're going to just adjust it with a bit of water and a little bit of vinegar as needed, maybe a little bit of salt, and then we're going to bottle it once it's cooled down into these little 5-ounce bottles. So, without further ado, I'm going to tidy my area up, get on with the boiling of this, about 20 minutes, and we'll come back and we'll see what the next thing to do is. Okay, so we've had the peppers cooking for a little while, about 20 minutes. Just let them go nice and soft. And now we're really ready to blend them up. At this stage, I'd probably say let them cool down, but we'll manage for the purpose of this. So straightforward into the blender. And always tricky here, you don't want to spill it. As I say, if you've cooled it down, it shouldn't be too bad. It's a lovely colour, isn't it? Moment. So there we go, that's that in there. Pop the lid on and we'll blend this, probably take about, well, I don't know, 50 seconds. We're looking for it to be a kind of smooth paste. Then we're going to adjust it with a little bit of water, possibly a little bit of vinegar. Get that where it's a sort of pourable texture, and then we're going to sieve it through the sieve over here and finally bottle it. So with no further ado, we shall go and blend it. So we'll catch you in a minute after I've done this. Okay, now we've done the blending, we're now ready to do a little bit of sieving. I did add a little bit of water to this just to thin it back a little. So now we've got quite a nice colour and what I think is a kind of nice pouring consistency. You know what makes the difference between doing your own and looking and buying your own bottle stuff? If you look on the bottle, they add guar gum, colour, all manner of things. So I kind of think it must be an entirely different process to this. I mean, they taste pretty good, but the thickness, artificial. So what we're going to do now, sieve this through here. And we want to take out the kind of big bits of pips that are left, and just a bit nicer consistency. I don't want it to be too thin or too thick, but I want it to come out of the bottle, so I get that's about right. So that's pretty good. We're kind of everything's through that I want through there. And we'll just ease that stuff off the bottom. We don't want to waste any. There we go. Just pop this into the sink. What we want to do now is put it in the bottle. Again, it should be cool. Now it's had a chance to cool down after all the things we've been doing. And we're going to simply bottle it. Now, if we go steady with this and just start to pour it in. A funnel is really useful. In we go. Now I'm doing just one bottle here. This mixture will do slightly more. Probably get, I don't know, maybe looking at it, probably 3 bottles. And that's probably a reasonable amount. You could thin it a little bit more if you wanted to. I kind of like it a little bit thicker. And we're steady there because we're about on it. One thing, of course, we need to do is to cut that just perfectly to the top. One thing I like to do at this stage actually is to test a bit. Now if I collapse on the floor, it's going to be too hot. Oh, you know, it's got a nice fruitiness. It is quite peppery, but it's got definitely a back burner, this one. Got to watch it afterwards, but that's pretty well it. Yeah. Let it cool a little bit more. Top's on. Put it in the fridge. Keep it in the fridge. I would probably use this 3 to 4 weeks. That is to say, to be ready to use now. 3 to 4 weeks of use, and after that, well, hopefully you've used it all. I don't think I'd keep it forever, but that's up to you guys. But anyway, hope you enjoy it and get and make some. Can recommend it. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time in the kitchen. Bye bye.